So this video is on strong acids. And the aims for this video is firstly to know the expression for calculating the pH of a solution, to be able to calculate the pH of strong acids, and to calculate the concentration of strong acids if given the pH. So we want to be able to calculate the pH if we're given the concentration, and calculate the concentration if given the pH. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is just the expression to calculate pH. So the pH equals the minus log of the concentration of H plus ions. So these square brackets mean the concentration of in chemistry. Log is just a mathematical operator which you'll find on your calculator. If you would like to understand what log means and you don't understand, then come and see me and I'll explain it to you. So that's the way we calculate the pH for any solution. The idea is that we have to work out the concentration of H plus first. Now for strong acids, that is very straightforward because strong acids fully dissociate when they're put in water into H plus and their counter ion. So in hydrochloric acid's case, it's H plus and Cl minus. For H2SO4, for sulfuric acid's case, that fully associates into 2H plus SO4 2 minus, and so on. So the number of H's in a strong acid indicate how many H plus ions it creates when it fully dissociates, and that will be important when we come to calculate the concentration of H plus, because for HCl, where there's only one H plus, the concentration of H plus equals the concentration of HCl. So if we're given a concentration of hydrochloric acid, we can just use that as our number for the concentration of H plus. However, if we're given the concentration of sulfuric acid, then the concentration of H plus ions equals 2 times the concentration of H2SO4, and that's because for every H2SO4 molecule that dissociates, we create 2 H plus ions. So if we put that into practice then, here's a question from a past exam paper. So we've got to calculate the pH of hydrochloric acid, and that is 0.154 mol per dm cubed hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid is just HCl, so in this case we can say that the concentration of HCl equals the concentration of H plus ions, which equals 0.154. So therefore the pH equals the minus log of H plus ions, which equals the minus log of 0.154, and that gives us an answer of 0.812, and that's your answer. Now in this question, it asks you to calculate the concentration in moles per dm cubed of sulfuric acid when you're given the pH. In this case it's 0.25. So first we need to understand how we go back from pH to concentration. Now what we use is the pH expression. So pH equals minus log of the concentration of H plus. So basically what we've got to do is rearrange this expression to get H plus by itself. So first thing we do is we move the minus sign to the other side. So we can say that minus pH equals log of H plus, and then to undo a log, if you like, to leave H plus by itself, we do 10 to the power of it. So what we need to do is do the 10 to the power of both sides. So that means that we'll end up with 10 to the minus pH will equal H plus, the concentration of H plus. So if we go back to the question, it says calculate the concentration in moles per dm cubed of sulfuric acid that has a pH of 0.25. So first we've got to understand the relationship between the concentration of H plus and the concentration of sulfuric acid. So the concentration of sulfuric acid will equal the concentration of H plus divided by 2, because there are 2 H pluses for every molecule of sulfuric acid. So we've got to divide the concentration of H plus by 2 to get back to the concentration of sulfuric acid. So if we go from the pH expression, we're going to say that the concentration of H plus equals 10 to the minus pH, and in this case that's 0.25, so 10 to the minus 0.25, and that gives an answer of 0.562, and then the concentration of H2SO4 will equal the concentration of H plus divided by 2, as discussed before. So that's 0.562 divided by 2, which equals 0.281. And that's our answer, 0.281 moles per dm cubed.